I'm very happy that everyone came out. First off, I'd like to just make some thank yous. First to Marcus Epstein, who's always helping us out. He's the founder of the Taft Club, so he certainly deserves a round of applause. And also, I'd like to thank Kevin Deanna, who helped, was indispensable in fundraising, and also Dan McCarthy for helping with organizing. And certainly, this all came together with their help. The format of what we're going to do tonight is we have four speakers, and they're each going to talk for about 15 or 20 minutes. Basically, we're going to start out with Richard Viguerie, and then Terence Jeffrey, go to my right, and then Paul Gottfried, and then James Antle. And basically what we're going to ask is we're going to have Mr. Viguerie and Mr. Jeffrey follow one another first, and then we're going to take about a 15-minute break where you can go to the bar or grab another bite to eat. And also, you can also ask questions about both of the two speeches that you just heard. So if you could just save your questions until that kind of 15-minute break period, and then we'll go on to Professor Gottfried and Mr. Antle's talks. Okay. This evening we're talking about the current state of the marriage between the right and the GOP. We're going to try to see if the two are still on speaking terms, whether a divorce might be in the cards. Just 3 short years ago, the marriage seemed to be firmly intact. The 2004 election was certainly close. However, kind of Rovian strategy for long-term Republican hegemony looked achievable. The conservative movement, and religious social conservatives in particular, seemed to be the dominant force in the culture war. Anyone who questioned the Iraq War was safely marginalized and not a problem. Looking at the situation now, not only are all those things clearly illusions, but the Bush presidency has revealed itself to be nothing more but a betrayal of conservative principles. In a Republican-led Congress, spending has been out of control. In November in Michigan, the party under the divisive Karl Rove opposed a referendum to ban affirmative action and race preferences. When he's left to his own devices, Bush has made a rather bizarre appointment to the bizarre nomination to the Supreme Court, and he has spent all of his remaining political capital on a plan to grant amnesty and citizenship to millions of illegal aliens. Most importantly, the Iraq War has, it's become clear the Iraq War to anyone but those who are most ideologically blinded, that is a quagmire with no compelling rationale or no real end in sight. On the horizon, we see portentous signs of Clinton and Obama presidency, perhaps terminal GOP decline. Sorry if this is all kind of a downer. But the only way we can face these things is to ask really serious questions. Some of those could be: can the right, say, the right that includes what's known as paleo-conservatives, libertarians, traditionalist conservatives, can they retake the GOP? Is it worth it? Do we want to do that? Do we want to drop out of politics altogether? Is a third party possible or desirable? Can these institutions be reformed? So let's, addressing those, and certainly more questions, why don't we just start out with Richard Viguerie.